I have to admit, I'm a hard-working person.
Morning, guys. We're getting ready to start the water here on Joe's on this stubble field here by my house. Jeremy went through the ditch this morning with the ditcher, cleaned it out, and now he's over here making dikes, getting this set up, ready to go. See if we can get a little diker action going on. That's the only bad thing when he turns around on these things. It really squishes them down. You gotta do a lot of shoveling. But it is what it is. He went a little crooked. Oh well. It don't matter right now that these are crooked, because they'll be dug out before when we work this and drill it. But it's when you plan it and then make them, if they're crooked, everybody gives you crap for. But that's all the diker is. It's just that little machine. It's got 2 disc blades on it on each side, and just throws the dirt up in a mound. Makes it a lot easier water in these fields, even after they've been leveled, to put a little dike in it just to direct the water to get it started. Oh, that's another thing I forgot to tell you. They did get that other field over there leveled. They leveled it on a day that I was at work, so I didn't get any footage of it. But there's always next year. We'll probably level some next year. So yeah, that's where we're at. Uncle Rick's on a little vacation. He went back to South Dakota to see Ashley and the kids. It's already filling up. So that rainstorm we got put a lot of moisture in the ground. It's funny to see much moisture in the ground here on this sandy top end of this field. But boy, he's really cruising making these things, trying to make them nice and big so they don't wash out. Still dusty though. That good old 4455. Hey, I've had that tractor a long time. So he backs up and goes over the top end a couple of times, because as you've seen, it doesn't like to dig in too well right at first. So we do have to shovel a little bit up here by the ditch bank. It leaves it a little low right here at first. But all right, we'll go back over here and wait for the ditch to fill. I guess I probably ought to get my boots on, and then we'll get this going. So I will check back in with you once I've got it going. All right, guys, we got this going. It's been around about a half hour. Allergies are kicking my butt, but I've been juggling some pipe. It's not watering the best. It's kind of funny, in grain, the west side ran faster when the grain pushing it around, and now with there's nothing in here, the east side's running faster. But I think we got it juggled out pretty good now. I'm gonna let this run for another 45 minutes or so and come back and look at it and see how it looks. But Jeremy come up and he was BSing for a little bit while we were getting this going and trying to decide what to do. I think he was gonna head to Deweyville and start working on the dryland ground we got over there. He's trying to get it worked up. There's a lot of weeds growing in that we're gonna plant. And then I don't know if he's gonna head out to Blue Creek today or if he'll wait till tomorrow to go out there. I'm not sure. I think Uncle Rick's back Saturday from his vacation, so we'll have to see what goes there. But I think for now I'm gonna head home, grab a drink, maybe go jump in the swather for a little bit with Aiden. Maybe we can get some more footage of cutting third crop hay. Or I might have to walk out and do some shoveling. I'm not sure. It looks like it's catching up. We'll just let it run for a little bit, see what it does. So, hi guys, we're down here now on Skinner's. I just left the water on Joe's. I'm gonna let it run for a little while. I thought I'd come down here and hop in the swather with Aiden. He's cutting third crop, getting this hay cut. I think this might actually be the last crop of hay on this field. I think we might tear this field out and put wheat in it this fall. This field's been in for quite a while. At least 5 years, I believe this has been into hay. It's been nice having it into hay. Where he's at, there used to be an old house in that there. They burned it down here a few years ago, but never cleaned anything else up. So we have to cut around it, but we'll let him get down here and I'll hop in with him and we'll take some footage in the cab, let him kind of explain what he's doing and what he's watching for and whatnot. All right, guys. Holy crap, that's rough. We're here in the cab with Aiden. He's gonna explain to you what he's doing and what he's watching for. If I can hold the camera steady.
Swath of hay, and this field particularly, there's like 3 or 4 different ditches that the water likes to leak in. So we have to, when we go around the edges, make sure nothing is leaked through, because we've had many experiences where it did leak through and we didn't notice. And this one, it's wider than it is longer, so it's a lot rougher, but we have to go the opposite way of the dikes. So it's a lot more rough. Well, the opposite way they plant it and everything. Makes it a lot harder to swap. That's basically it. You can go about 13 miles an hour on this swather, and I think it's got a 13-foot header, so it's pretty nice.
Yeah, dang nice compared to what we used to have.
Compared to the cabless John Deere 8-foot headers that Grandpa used to always have to run. Yeah, the dikes are only like probably 20
way this field's waters, I'm not looking forward to putting it into grain this fall.
No.
Oh, there's one of them famous dikes.
Yeah, and there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Like that. It seems like no matter how slow you go, it still hits it still really bumpy. Ugh.
And the worst part is, the buddy seat isn't air ride. There's no suspension on it.
I got the suspension at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a ditch that goes here, another ditch on this side, and a ditch that goes along.
Yeah. Goes down around the old house.
And I think there used to be one. Yeah, there's 4. 'Cause there's the one that goes north and south.
Yeah.
And the one on where the old house is. What's these 2? It's like jacks. It's kind of a mess.
Yeah.
Like around Zinnos.
There's a lot of unnecessary ditches around here, but
Because people didn't want to level it.
yeah. Well, and we had to put this dirt ditch in because several years ago, some stupid idiot had the brilliant idea of taking his ditcher through the cement ditch to try and clean it. And they destroyed the cement ditch, so now it leaks everywhere.
That's why we get stuck so much in this field now. It leaks into the dirt ditches.
I think we've been stuck more in this field than we have any other field on the farm.
Yeah, I think so too. And with these new tires where they're not like the ones on the combine,
Yeah.
to not tear it up, I gotta put it all the way in neutral and turn so you don't lock the tire. And spin. The steering is very loud. It sounds like it doesn't have power steering.
Yeah, that poor old machine's getting old.
Yeah. That's the famous one. Right here is where we usually do get stuck if we do.
It's plenty muddy
Yeah.
after an inch of rain,
No.
plus all the ditches leaking.
That's the bad part is that cement ditch almost has water in it 24/7.
Yeah.
Unless it's getting used up in the ditch, which isn't as much as it is down
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, that stream waters a lot of ground down here. I think we actually take that stream this weekend, don't we?
I think so. Are they gonna water stubble on Walmart's?
Yeah, I think they're going to start on Walnuts.
Graham said he's coming back from South Dakota tomorrow or Saturday. We'll see.
I mean, we usually go around about 4 times around the outside.
We would do 3 because 3 is plenty, but you have to do an even amount so the rake can rake 2 into 1.
Yeah, you can tell this hay's getting old. It's getting kind of thin out in there. If I remember right, that's where Uncle Rick buried his truck. He's right there in that spot.
And he also buried it from right next to the corn because the water sucked from
Yeah.
the corn into the hay at like 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
Me and my dad pulled him out.
That's one thing I'll give down here. The dirt down here is some of the best dirt in the valley that you can get. And all these stupid idiots want to put houses on top of it. It grows some of the best crops.
And it's the easiest to water with how it sucks.
Yeah. You can miss a spot 6-7 feet wide and it'll sub underneath it and keep it soaked up.
That corn is probably one of the more shredded corn we've got. Once you go out and it's tipping yellow.
Yeah, it's turning pretty good. Another 3 weeks, your dad'll be tipping into it.
We took the combine, not yesterday, but the day before, down to Valley, so they could fix that final drive, I think is what it is.
Yeah.
I don't want to get the bill for that.
Yeah, wait till you gotta start paying these bills.
I know. Yeah. We went to some campground above Preston, because that's where my grandparents from Wyoming went for a couple days because they want to come down for peach days.
Yeah.
And we went on a ride, and that was the rockiest trail. Trying to ride a dirt bike and that. Well, the craziest thing of it all is in my short bed pickup, I got 3 dirt bikes fit in there and a ramp.
Oh, jeez. You'll have to have Marcy take you up Logan Canyon one of these days. She took me on some rocky roads up there. I didn't think we were going to make it on the 4-wheelers.
Yeah, on a dirt bike, you just got to sweep in and out. Just kind of pick the least the best spot.
Oh, jeez.
Dike.
Yep.
Yeah, usually by the end of the 4 rounds, you pretty much got them all cut out.
You're past them all. Still some pretty thick hay in a few spots.
Say, I think that's a stack of hay, and that's been there ever since I've ever helped on the farm.
They've cleaned it out a couple of times.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad last year it was about all tipped over.
Yeah.
It was leaning so bad.
I remember when we planted the hay there for that guy. That's been probably 10 years ago.
How long's the hay been in this field?
That's what I was trying to think. I think it's been 5 years.
Yeah. Say, I've been helping since I was 11, 12, and it's been in here in hay ever since I've helped.
It's been a while. I remember watering it into grain. It didn't water worth a crap. I can't remember if it's ever been into corn though.
I don't see them putting a field like this into corn.
I don't know. They put Dells into corn.
Yeah. They put Zittos in the
They put Zittos into corn.
I think this one's worse.
Yeah, this one's way
This
worse.
is the worst of them all. That's Grandpa's gotten to the point he'll water 3 runs at a time and
Yeah.
let it go 6 hours.
Yeah, that was nice when we started doing that.
Yeah.
Wish we'd have done that all
I
along.
know. It seems like right at the end of a crop switch, we figured out the easiest way to water it, and then we switch it and it don't even matter.
And then we forget.
Yeah, and then we forget. One more time around.
That's what's funny in this machine. It don't take you long to knock a hay field out.
Yeah, I've already got 2 fields on Elmer's and Grandpa's all day
Yeah.
this morning. When I got out of school, I probably got here around 10.
And your dad said he got Zittos done this morning.
We started that yesterday, I think, a couple of it. That middle field's going into corn, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
And then the lower field's gonna go into hay. If I remember right.
I think it's going into corn.
The lower field's going into corn.
Yeah. Yeah, they're tearing a lot of the hay out because the hay ain't worth anything anymore.
The grain ain't either.
True, nothing's worth anything right now. Thanks to that worthless Joe Biden.
That's the good thing about corn. We have bins we can just store it in and hold it till we feel like we'll get the best price down.
The breast price, huh?
Yeah.
Tell what's on your
That's
mind.
the good price.
Alright guys, I think that's enough for Cap Talk with Aiden for now. We may do some time lapses while we're cutting, we'll have to see. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I had to hop out, I gotta run to the water. Besides that, it lets him go a little bit faster because you don't have my fat butt in there bouncing around on that buddy seat. But he's gonna get this cut, then I'm not sure where he's going from here. We're trying to get all of third crop down just because it's getting later in the season. It is September 7th. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. So we're a little late getting third crop done. Usually we're right around fair time, I believe, when we cut third crop, or just before it. But just over here checking the water on Joe's. I had to go over and dig a giant trench over there. Water was all running down the dead furrow. I should have had Jeremy put one more cross dike in, but I guess if all you have to really dig is one giant one, that ain't too bad. This is about done. Got one little spot right there. So I think I'm gonna head up to the top and start changing this, have it changed by 2:30. That'll be 3.5 hours in here. Yeah, 3.5. Had it going by 11. So other than that, the rest of the run ain't watering too bad. So all right guys, we got this one changed. That first run took 3.5 hours like we figured. Well, you can tell we've got a high spot on the end right here, about right in here. That's where the plow comes up out of the ground when we plow these fields, because of the length of the tractor, and the plow stops about right there. Not a lot you can do about it. Jeremy's pretty good about knocking them down with the land plane, but a good leveling job like they did on the field over there takes that out pretty good. But this one looks like it's going to run okay, so I'm going to let it run for a couple hours and come back and see how it's doing. I think I'll go shovel a couple of cross dikes up in this next land and get it ready. This one takes 3.5. I can change it by 6. Then we can at least get half this field done tonight. More than half this field done. There'll only be 2 runs. No, there'll be 3 runs left after that. So yeah, we'll be right at half if I'd learned how to count. Hey guys, so I know earlier I was talking about how you clean the ditch out. Went through it and cleaned it out. This is the ditcher that we have. Basically just a big V shape. Goes through and V's the ditch out. Digs down in the bottom. Pulls the dirt out. Dirt and that's silted in and whatnot, and cleans it out. And also digs a lot of the weeds out. This one's a lot nicer than the old one we used to have. It didn't get as deep or as good as what this one does. But right now he's got it hooked up to the Case 3594. Little old tractor he picked up. Been a decent little tractor. So yeah, that's our ditcher. I don't know if he plans on using it any more this fall. If he does, maybe we'll be able to get him on video. If not, we usually ditch the ditches out in the spring after the winter and the snow's knocked them all down in and whatnot. So we might have to wait till spring to get some video of this thing in action, but it is fun watching him run it. I'm glad it's him that has to crawl in and out of the ditches. Be worried about tipping it over. So I think the rest of my day is just gonna be watching this water here. I gotta go to work tomorrow. It's my weekend to work. So I think we'll call that a video right there, guys.